All right, good day, everybody, and welcome to Headline Hits with LW. It is Tuesday, July the 26th, 2022. Man, I almost said 2021, but it is 2022. We're actually over halfway through 2022, getting ready to start a new year here in a few short months, 2023. All right, let's get this party started. A lot to talk about today. First headline for today, I thought very interesting. So just bear with me for a minute. Pun intended. All right, grizzly bear. Grizzly bear returns to campsite to kill woman who scared him off earlier in the night. So, in a nutshell, you can catch this article in Breitbart News if you choose to. A grizzly bear was scared off by a woman camping in Montana, returned to the campsite later that same night to kill her. So what happened was the grizzly bear showed up. This lady was a bicyclist from California. She was, and this actually happened a year ago, last July. It's just now coming out. The investigation and the review is just now coming out. She was actually bicycling in Montana, stopped in this little town, set camp up behind this building with other campers. The grizzly bear came in. People started shouting at it. She was shouting at it. They were blowing their little bear whistles and hollering at it. It ran off. Well, then about an hour later, at about 4 a.m. in the morning, one of the other campers woke up to a noise, looked out their tent, and realized that this bear had come back and attacked the woman yet again. And of course, they came out of their little tents with their little bear whistles. And one gentleman actually grabbed his bear spray and started spraying the bear. And then the bear made eye contact with him, which, in my opinion, he was looking to maybe come back and end that guy as well. So here's my thought. Okay. Yes, I like to hike, I camp, I hunt, I fish. It's only my opinion. But if you're going to go into bear country, which my girlfriend likes to go hiking in grizzly bear country, and I've said this to her a million times, quit putting yourself in bad situations like this. Bear spray and whistles, in my opinion, are not going to work. I pack a bear gun because if I run into a situation like this, I want to be able to defend myself. You guys stop this stuff, man. Wake up. Bear spray? Are you kidding? That's like taking a fly swatter to the bear. Seriously. All right, next headline. Cartels get $13 billion with a B a year from Joe Biden's welcome for immigrants or migrants, I should say. The cartel and coyotes are earning $13 billion with a B a year by delivering economic migrants to the U.S. workplaces via President Joe Biden's welcoming border agencies, the New York Times reported on Monday. Now, listen to this. The current review is 26 times larger than the $500 million that the cartels earned under President Joe Biden's low migration policies, according to the July 25th report. So they went from making $5 million a year to now 13 billion, 26 times greater under this administration. Do I need to say more? All right, here we go. China mocks Communist News Network CNN report claiming that Huawei, a threat to the U.S. nukes. How scary. So, in this article, China's state run Global Times on Sunday mocked the Communist News Network report that said that the FBI is concerned about equipment from Chinese telecom giant Huawei installed on cell towers near American military bases. Quote, how scary is this? End quote, the Chinese paper sarcastically exclaimed. The Global Times was shiftily responded to the Communist News Network exclusive from the weekend that described a frenzy of counterintelligence activity by the FBI and other federal agencies focused on what carrier U.S. security officials say has been a domestic dramatic escalation of Chinese espionage on U.S. soil over the past decade. So there you are. There's China's response to that. Let's hit the next headline. Sri Lanka socialists trying to bring back coronavirus masks, still no food or gasoline. What the heck is going on? Well, in Sri Lanka, health ministry on Monday asked residents, now listen to this, asked residents to resume using face masks, social distancing, and aggressive hand washing to control the spread of the Wuhan virus. Now, I'm going to pause right there for a minute. If you guys want to read the article, you can check it in Breitbart. These people are starving. They have no food and no gasoline. And the government is more worried about a sickness and asking them to mask back up. I think things are going to heat up even more over there in that country. I think people have about had it with their government. All right, next headline. Here we go. Forget a recession. This is, boy, they're tagging names for this guy left and right. He can't win except for the last article of today. I'm going to talk about it. Forget recession. This is Biden-pression. So you got Bidenflation. Now you got Biden-pression. Oh, poor Joe. Poor Joe. President Joe Biden's White House desperately does not want Americans to think that we are in a recession, even if the U.S. economy contracted for 2 straight quarters this year. Now, I've been reporting on this for months and months and months. I've been telling you guys we're in a recession. Of course, they won't claim it because, again, their propaganda mouthpiece has said this is the best U.S. economy in U.S. history. You'd have to go all the way back to the early 1990s or even further back to the 1960s to get a better economy than what we have under Joe Biden currently. Now they're calling it Biden-pression. All right, next headline. House Armed Services Chair Smith, we can't let China dictate whether Pelosi goes to Taiwan. What's that all about? Well, on Monday, broadcast of Communist News Network's At This Hour, House Armed Services Committee Chair Representative Adam Smith stated that House Speaker Nancy Pelosi should go ahead with her planned trip to Taiwan, a trip that President Joe Biden has criticized because China shouldn't be allowed to dictate whether one of America's most powerful officials go, and China shouldn't be allowed to define everything as a provocation and a threat any more than Russia should be allowed to do so. Here's the question that I have. Why in the hell is Nancy Pelosi going to Taiwan? I'm going to leave it right there. All right, monkeypox in the news. China hints at quarantines for monkeypox. So here's a picture of a guy who's got monkeypox. Looks very similar to chickenpox. Chinese state-run Global Times on Sunday used the WHO's controversial declaration of global monkeypox emergency to demand quarantines for the disease, throwing in some sneers at the Western world for trying to live with the Wuhan coronavirus instead of imposing a devastating citywide zero COVID lockdowns that China insists upon. So remember this, China locked down a bunch of their cities and went zero virus on everybody. Now it looks like they're getting ready to do the same thing with monkeypox. Are they going to be the only country in the world? I don't know. We're going to find out here real soon. Okay, here's something that I wanted to bring to your guys' attention. You want to talk about propaganda? We talked about it on the podcast today. Propaganda, Operation Mockingbird. The list goes on and on and on and on. All right. Well, Democrats, the Dems, need to fight aggressively because guess what? Did you guys realize that the GOP and conservatives are taking away freedoms? Were you guys aware of that? Because I sure in the heck wasn't. Princeton professor Eddie Glaude Jr. said Monday on MSNBC's Deadline that Republicans are trying to take away the freedoms of those they consider others while discussing Republican senators who do not support voting to codify same sex marriage. So they are trying to codify same sex marriage, which makes it a law, which the Supreme Court ruled it to, ruled that it was okay to have same sex marriage. They tried to do the same thing with, and I got to be careful what I say because here we come with restrictions and censorship again. We can't talk about the thing that the Supreme Court overturned because if we talk about that, we get censored. Okay. My point of this article is, and if you want to read more, you can catch it in Breitbart. My point is these guys flip the truth. They lie. They're all liars. And so what they're doing as conservatives are fighting for our Second Amendment rights, for our First Amendment rights, for our liberties and our freedoms. They're saying that conservatives and Republicans are actually stripping people of their rights, and the Democrat Party are the party that are fighting for those. That's a lie. I'm calling it for what it is. It's an absolute lie. These people are liars, and anybody who's still watching Communist News Network, CNBC, MSNBC, ABC, all of them things, you guys are being absolutely brainwashed. This is pathetic. All right, next headline. You want to talk about how Joe Biden is making America number one. Well, here you have it. Joe Biden leads America to number one in monkeypox cases. This is one of the only wins this guy has had in 2 years. According to the CDC, Joe Biden's America leads the world in monkeypox cases. Yeah, finally, America is number one in something again. I'm going to leave that right there for you guys. You want to read the article? It's in Breitbart. So there is a 107-second video clip in there from a press conference that he had yesterday, I believe, with a Japanese official. And now listen to this, folks. If you want to know the truth, listen to what he has to say. And I'm serious about this. So the WHO and the chief advisor went against the experts and is now making monkeypox a world pandemic, just like we knew they would, right? Joe Biden himself said, if you have had a smallpox vaccine, you have nothing to fear. Now, I'm 47 years old. I've had my smallpox vaccination. I've had chickenpox as a kid. So what do we have to fear? He even said it. As long as you've had that, there's nothing to fear. But yet the WHO and many politicians are going to push this heavy come November. All right. Last article of today. Last headline. Fauci. Masks will have to be, quote, well fitted and high quality like the N95 or the KN95. So I'm not going to read this article. If you want to catch it, there is a video. It's about 20 minutes long. It's in Breitbart. So they're questioning Fauci here on, do masks really work? Now, this has been an argument for 2 years now. Now, I believe they don't work, period. None of them. I know that the N95 is actually a better mask. I know the KN95 is a better mask. I know a lot of people who wear them, and that's what he's talking about. But here's the thing that he says in this video clip. For those of you out there who like to match your cloth masks to your outfit, the ladies like all their little sparkly things on their mask and it same color as their outfit and all that. He states that now after 2 years, we finally figured out that cloth masks don't work. Really? This guy is the highest paid government official that we have. He makes over $450,000 a year. He is our chief medical advisor. It's taken him and the CDC 2 years to figure out what a seventh grader could have figured out. 2 years to figure out what LWN has been putting out for well over a year and a half now. Actually, we've been putting out for a year and a half that cloth masks don't work. This guy is the highest paid official, and he finally, with all the data coming in, has just now figured out that cloth masks don't work. If you are still wearing a cloth mask, shame on you. I feel sorry for you because we've been telling you for a long time they don't work. And now, since you're listening to the left and all the propaganda that they put out, they finally told you what we've told you a year and a half ago, that they don't work. I'm going to leave that there today. I know I got a little fired up. Sorry about that. But you know what? I just can't stand when people don't listen to the truth. All right. You guys have a wonderful day today. I've got a special guest coming on tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. You're not going to want to miss it. You guys have a great day.